Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 23, aka the Jumpman episode of the Train Station podcast. If you are new here and you do not know who I am, let me formally reintroduce myself. My name is A Train, obviously the host of the Train Station. With me today is a pretty familiar guest at this point, Derrell Coleman.
Good day, everybody.
And Derrell has just gotten some news in life that he is departing to the military here shortly, and I'm gonna give him the floor to talk about it.
Yes. So last August, it was previous August, I had made the announcement that I enlisted in the Army. Well, I have re-enlisted. I got the job that I really wanted. It took a couple of tries. I had to ask around because the recruiter I was working with, they were reluctant on letting me retake the test so I could earn the scores I needed to get the job I wanted. But as of this past week, I've earned the job. That's 18X, which is the Special Forces recruit. So basically, I get a guaranteed shot at Special Forces assessment and selection. And if I get picked up, I get to join the qualification course in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And then on my way to try and become a Green Beret, I leave November 2nd, and I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, so for somebody like me, that all sounded like a foreign language. So, could you put that in like civilian terms so that me and the viewers can kind of understand what you're actually going for?
Yeah. So special forces or the Green Berets, they're kind of like they are the Army's version of the Navy SEALs, except they actually go behind enemy lines. They join up with foreign allies. So, for example, I doubt we'll do it again, but say there is a decent sized population in Afghanistan who wants to overthrow their government or take on the Taliban head on, we would go in there and teach them how to properly use their weapons so they're not just shooting guns left and right and spreading bullets everywhere. Teach them how to actually be tactful and just the basic small unit tactics. And also, you're kind of like a diplomat. You do also like some humanitarian work, but then also your direct action and you do unconventional warfare. So basically, you're like you're basically like a diplomatic soldier.
Okay, I guess I have a couple of questions for you. So with you leaving November 2nd, it's currently October 16th, the day of this recording. Um, are you nervous at all, or you just more excited, or a little bit of both? Kind of what's your thought process right now going into it?
Oh, I'm nervous as crap because this is a big change. This will actually be the first time I leave home because, as everybody knows, I went to Michigan State, but and again, we went to East Lansing High School. It's literally down the street, so I didn't really get to go away or leave home. I actually commuted. I lived at home and then I went to class and came back home. So this will be a big step, and I'm kind of excited because I'm leaving home. I get to do something that I really want to do.
I find it funny that you mentioned that you go to Michigan State, yet you're wearing a Jumpman Michigan hoodie. So the kind of ironic irony right there is great, I must say.
Well, it's America. I can wear whatever I want.
Yes, it's just the irony there is it's kind of funny. But you said that you were nervous. So are you excited at all, or are you just kind of just not excited yet, but more nervous of kind of what the future holds, and then as it gets closer, you'll kind of get excited.
Um, right now, a little more nervous because fear of the unknown, but at the same time, I know that once I truly get there and actually experience it, I'll be fine. My granddad, he was in the army towards the end of Vietnam,
Hmm.
and I asked him, "Hey, how do I shake the nerves?" He told me, "You don't. You just got to learn you learn how to manage it. Once you get into a routine, then it'll all start to go away." So yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I've spoken to a lot of people who have been high up in ranking about what to expect, and they just told me that I'll be fine. Just do what I'm told. Stay, just listen to your drill instructors. Don't take it personal because they're trying to toughen you up and get you ready for what's to come. And I, uh, I anticipate that. I know I expect to get my butt kicked physically. Mentally, I know if I can take it, I can make it. I'll be all right. But I'm just looking forward to really starting my life and seeing what God has in store for me. And matter of fact, I just got a text from a lieutenant colonel my dad knows. This guy, he's a special forces lieutenant colonel. He wants to talk to me and tell me what to expect. So as soon as we get off here, I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, like you said, if you can handle the lashing and the kind of the yelling that you expect to receive, you could probably handle it. Don't get it twisted, people. This job definitely isn't for everybody. I'm not personally built for it because I don't really care what people say. So people yelling at me doesn't really have an effect on me overall, especially as I'm older now. Obviously when you're a kid, them yelling because you're in the wrong, obviously it does something, but I mean, I think that just comes with me being a high school wrestler and, coaches yelling at me to do this and this. I learned to tune them out and focus on the task at hand. So honestly, when people yell, it's not going to really do anything for me. So, this job really isn't for everybody. Some people, I mean, I can handle any kind of criticism. That's why I'm always saying, especially on this show, any kind of criticism or anything that you have, let me know in the comments, message me on whatever, let me know what I can fix. And I'd be, happy to fix it. I love criticism. I love constructive criticism, but the army and, the military is a different kind of criticism. It's not,
Right.
it's not always constructive as it is just kind of, we have the authority over you, so we're going to yell.
Yeah. And I've kind of grown used to that with my parents. So yeah. So I'd say that's pretty good. But I'm also a little sad because I'm leaving.
Oh, it
Um,
sucks. And that's gonna
yeah.
be the hardest thing about leaving. When, as people know by now, I left the state of Michigan. The hardest part was not leaving the state of Michigan. I love living on my own. I love being, my own independent person. It was leaving everything behind, you know. It was leaving my friends behind, leaving my family behind, leaving literally everything I had behind to go, to this new adventure where I'm very much alone. I mean, yeah, like I said, I have family in the distance, but for the most part, I'm pretty much alone. And that's the hardest adjustment period is learning how to live on your own, cope on your own, and start being really, really independent.
Right. Yeah. For me, the hardest part is yeah, leaving home. But I guess I would say knowing if something were to come up with my family, not being able to immediately come back to help, just knowing that well, they're gonna have to deal with it without me. I found out that sadly, I found out that my great auntie, she has cancer now. She's
Oh
in her
boy.
yeah, she's in her 80s. So I'm gonna go down tomorrow, see her, and you
Yeah,
know,
that was
it
that was
sucks.
the hardest thing to balance is when I found out I was leaving, was trying to balance the amount of time I spent with each person before I was leaving. Because obviously I wanted to see all my friends before I left. I wanted to get as much time with my family as I could before I left. And that was the hardest thing, was figuring out that balance of, who's gonna get more time to spend with me, or how do I get it as equal as I possibly can. That's always the hardest thing. And like you said, unfortunately, your great aunt has cancer. I wish her all the best. Cancer is no joke. So, I wish her the speedy and healthy recovery as quick as possible.
Yeah, that would be very nice, but we don't know. But
And
yeah, just
unfortunately with cancer and stuff, you never really do know, but I'm pulling for her. I'm sure fans of the Train Station podcast are pulling for her. Our thoughts and all of that are with her and with you and your family as you're going through that tough time. It's very tough right now, especially with 2 weeks, 3 weeks left of you being here.
yeah, I'm gonna go down and see her, and then it's hard seeing people you really care about
Oh,
slowly
absolutely.
slowly deteriorate, and
Fortunately, it's part of life.
as you
It sucks, but
yeah, as you get older, you see your parents get older and everything. It sucks, but you
yeah.
know, the cycle keeps happening. Eventually, it'll happen to us, and I'm just ready to see what happens next. But I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. I'll take it one day at a time. That's all I can
And
do right now.
that's kind of how I've kind of learned to live my life, is not really worry too much in in the present, or in the future, I should say, or too much in the past. Just kind of live in the present, live in the moment, and take it day by day. And that's really all you can do, because from one day to the next, you never know what's going to happen. You never know, you just never know. It's the realm of the unknown. So it's always just kind of taking it day by day. And that's really all you can do. And when you're thinking about spending time with your family, just kind of take it day by day. Spend as much time as you possibly can with them. Spend time with the friends that you still have left, in the state of Michigan, you know. But don't make too much time for everybody else that you don't have enough time for yourself as well, because you're gonna want that alone time before you leave, to kind of gather your thoughts and just think. So I know that was one of the problems I was dealing with, is I was trying to please so many people to make sure I saw them, while trying to find time for myself as well.
Right.
And it's not always an easy task to to sit there and do. It's trying to please everybody and have time for everybody.
Right. And especially when you find yourself just sitting around, then that's when your mind becomes your worst enemy.
That's Yes. So yeah, I've noticed that too. And usually for me personally, that always tends to happen more during the night than it does during the day. Because during the day I'm either doing this podcast, or I'm playing video games, or I'm at work. So my mind is always doing something else to keep busy. And then at night, when I'm starting to wind down and laying in bed getting tired, that's kind of when all the thoughts creep up. That's when, like, oh God, am I doing the right thing, blah blah blah. That's when the time to yourself is really really important.
Right.
So, just keep that in mind as you're leaving and you want to see everybody. And I know it's a little off topic, but just keep that in mind as you're leaving, and you're keeping people in mind.
Yeah, I will.
The important thing too is, when you do, I know you're probably not going to have a lot of time with basic and all that, but to hit people up when you can. I know you're not going to have a lot of time. You're going to kind of be out of the loop in a lot of things, but if you have 15 minutes, send a group text to your family, hit up your friends. Hey guys, what's up? I'm doing well. This is what I'm doing. You know,
Right.
just make
Yeah.
sure that you're keeping yourself and everybody else in the loop. And I know communication is going to be tough, but you're going to feel real lonely at times. And that's why I said, if you have that 15 minutes, mass group text your family, or group text your mom, or hit me up, hit Parker up, hit those up close to you, and just be like, yeah, I'm feeling kind of lonely. I got, 20 minutes to talk. What you want to talk about? Or, hey, what's going on? What am I missing back home? Whatever.
Right. Yeah, this is definitely going to be quite an experience.
And yeah, you're gonna feel very, very lonely at times, because there are times even now where being just at home, by myself, there's times I feel really, really lonely. And it's normal, it's part of, just growing up being on your own.
Yes.
But, don't let that stop you from being where you want to be, because there's certain times, especially when you're being on your own, that you're going to think that being lonely is going to be very depressing. And you can't let it, eat away at you. You're just going to have to find a way to fight, multiple battles at once.
Right.
And especially now with you leaving and your family having problems that they're having, it's going to be even tougher,
Absolutely.
because, you're leaving, you said November 2nd.
Yes.
You just found out a family member has cancer. I'm sure you're dealing with other family problems. You're dealing with probably problems within your friends. You know, you're going to have to learn to put all of that aside to focus on yourself and do what you have to do. And it's hard. It's not going to be easy.
No, no, it's not. I know. It's gonna suck.
It is. But, everybody's going to be here for you. Everybody's going to hope that, that everybody wants the best for you.
All right. Yeah, thanks.
And, it's crazy, but, sometimes you got to, I always told you always have to kind of just spread your wings and fly. And now you're doing that. You're taking the opportunity to spread your wings and fly. Like you said, it's the first time you're moving away from home. That's the hardest part. See, the thing with me is I had moved away from home once, but I was only like an hour and a half away. So like an hour away. So it's a lot different, being an hour away, but I still had that experience of leaving and moving in on my own, and, having the pleasure of having roommates, so that I'm not completely alone, where now I'm completely alone, where I don't even have a roommate to talk to. I wake up and I get to talk to the sky or something, the ceiling or
Yeah.
whatever. And so just having that experience personally really, really helped. And I'm glad you brought the cat into the picture, because those are always the hardest goodbyes.
Yeah, I
It's
got
not the
three,
family,
so
it's not the friends, it's always the pets.
it's always the unconditional love.
It's
Yes.
yes, like back home I have two dogs, and miss them more. I miss them more than I miss my family. It's just like, because they give you that kind of love that nobody else can. And those are always the hardest goodbyes.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna suck. Yeah, one's looking at me right now. Yeah. The other one just came back. She wants to play. I'm like, yeah, she don't know daddy's leaving. But
Yeah,
at least I get to come back for Christmas. And then I go back, and then that's when I'm really gone.
maybe we'll have to do a special Christmas episode.
Christmas special. I won't have all this hair. So I'll be
What you mean you can't really cut it any shorter?
no, I'm talking about the beard. It's gonna be gone.
Oh, yeah, that'll be gone. I'm saying your hair though, you can't really do much more to that.
No, you can't really. I haven't had a haircut in about 4 weeks. It
You
looks
could
like I
promote us in the army, just get, train station podcast carved out in it.
oh goodness, no. I'd probably get made fun of so much.
Be
Drill
like,
sergeant would be like, "What the heck is that on your head? Get down on the
support the
ground."
podcast.
Like there ain't no
Also,
podcast down here.
I'm hoping that you do that too. Tell your army buddies or whatever, your military buddies. Peep the
Oh,
show.
I'm telling everybody.
Peep the show. Check it out. Yeah, I just, I've kind of said my 2 cents about how it feels. We still have a little bit of time before you leave, so I'm hoping that we can get a couple more episodes in. But As always, I always want the best for you. I always wish the best for you. So, you have my full support in anything that you choose to do as long as it makes you happy.
I
Um,
appreciate it.
but yeah, you know that from me that you'll always have my support in anything that you choose to do. Unless you like murder somebody or, you rob a store and then sorry, but you're on your own in that case. But anything that you choose to do that makes you happy, you have my full support, my full backing, no matter what.
All right. Thank you, A Train.
Just like just like I said, if you're ever feeling lonely and you have 15 minutes and you need somebody to talk to, hit my line. I'll hit you up and not be afraid to let you know what's going on or just say, what's up, man? How's everything going?
Okay.
Just like you have my full support in what you do. You have my full support in needing a friend to talk to. I'll always be here. I'll always be that person. So don't be afraid.
Okay. I won't.
And so,
Yeah.
with that new adventure, if there's anything else that you want to talk about?
No, not that. Nothing else. That's it.
Nothing going on else in life, just big decisions and all of that.
Yeah. Big decisions. Getting the death stare from my cat right now.
They know
She's like,
something's
"What?"
up. They always find a way to know that something is up. So
She
very,
knows
very
something's up.
interesting, usually.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so if that's all, I don't know if the rest of them do, but A Train here, you have his full support. The Train Station podcast hopefully is 100% behind your decision making. And that's what I'm trying to build. I'm trying to build a community that wants to grow and see everybody be successful in their own way. And it's not just about me and you, but it's about this community too. Even though it's tiny right now, I'm hoping that I don't know how long you're officially signed up for. I don't know if it's 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, whatever.
5 years.
5 years. Hopefully by then, I have 400,000 listeners.
Yeah. Hopefully by then I'll
Hopefully
be an
by
officer,
then.
and hopefully I'll be engaged by then.
See, that's a whole nother conversation for another day, but in this 5 years, hopefully this could be my full-time job, just do episodes of this every single day. That's one day my hope is that I can just work from home, talk about sports, be my own, you know.
Be your own man.
But if there's nothing else, this is episode 23 of the Train Station podcast. I know there's not many of you, but we really do appreciate each and every single one of you that does listen and gets this far into the videos. Your support is much appreciated. If you guys could send your well wishes out to Derrell's family, send your well wishes out to Derrell as he embarks on this new adventure. But fear not, he's not leaving for a couple of weeks yet, so we're still stuck with him for a little bit. So we can have some more fun on the podcast until he leaves. Maybe we go on Instagram Live or we'll do a Facebook Live since we both have a decent amount of friends on there and tune in for a live episode and give everybody their chance to say goodbye to you or whatever and just have some fun.
Sounds like a plan. That sounds good.
If you guys have gotten this far into the video, like I said, we really do appreciate it. We might not show it, but we really do care about each and every one of you that tunes in. Make sure you like the video. If you like our content, check out our past videos. We got 22 other videos up right now. Lots of great content. Lots of great, hot takes and all of that through the 22 episodes. There's people that I've met that I've had the chance to sit down with and interview. I've sat down with professional soccer players. I've sat down with I've had meet and greets with, wrestlers. I've had the chance to meet some great people. So, make sure to check all of that out. And, I'm A-Train once again. I run the Train Station podcast every weekend. You can expect a new episode, maybe sometimes on 2. I'm kind of getting more of a consistent schedule, but, it really just depends on how I'm feeling that week. But usually either Friday or Sunday, you can expect new episodes. This week, it's a Saturday. I'm hoping next week I can get back to my Friday uploadings. And, that's all I have. If you have any last words for the people.
Nah, I don't have anything. Thanks everybody for watching and listening.
Yes, we really, really do appreciate it. This has been episode 23 once again, the Jumpman episode, and we will catch you for the Kobe episode next week.